New study about olive oil in your diet. Researchers from Harvard now say olive oil may help lower your risk of dying from diseases including Alzheimer's, cancer, and cardiovascular disease. Those who consume more than half a tablespoon a day had a 19% lower risk of all of those causes of death.
Fat is not the enemy. In fact, fat is an essential nutrient in the body.
What if you could increase your metabolism, improve the health of your brain, and help you lose weight with just 3 teaspoons of a simple oil? It has more power than you may realize. Why is this oil so unique, and what happens when you eat 3 tablespoons daily of this healthy oil?
We're going to begin by looking at flaxseed or linseed. It's the same thing. It is high in an essential fatty acid. See that word? Essential fatty acid, EFA. Whenever you see the word essential, it means the body cannot make it. You've got to put it in.
I'd say a crucial but sometimes misunderstood area of nutrition is the value of consuming a range of fats. Even if some fats have a poor reputation, the correct ratio of fats can improve your health and boost heart health as well as cognitive function. Are you getting the appropriate fats in your diet? Let's see. Let's start with the omega-3 fatty acid, which is among the most significant. There's a good reason why omega-3s are often discussed. Essential fatty acid omega-3 is also abbreviated as EFA. It's common knowledge that fish is the best source of omega-3 fatty acids. Unknown to most people, however, is the fact that fish cannot produce omega-3. That is only possible with plants.
Omega-3 is an essential fatty acid, meaning the body cannot make it. The fact is that no creature can. Only plants can put omega-3 into their fatty acid chain.
So why is omega-3 content so high in fish? Because they consume a diet high in this fatty acid one-celled algae. You do not have to depend on fish. You can go directly to the source. Plant foods such as chia seeds, which rank second, and flax seeds, which rank first, offer amazing amounts of omega-3.
They eat a one-celled algae that is high. I've got some good news. You don't have to eat the one-celled algae. You can eat the ground flaxseed or the chia seed, which we had this morning, and I think you'll agree that's a delicious way to have it.
Have you ever observed your skin lose radiance and wondered if there was a natural way to restore balance? Here's your solution. Learn about the importance of omega-3 to your health. This fat serves multiple functions, including brain feeding, heart protection, and cell repair. Its molecular structure is like this. It is an 18-chain fatty acid. 19 trillion omega-3 molecules can be found in a single drop of oil. Every molecule is made up of carbon atoms connecting the hydrogen atoms on either side. Due to the double bond, there are 2 links between the atoms as opposed to only 1. The hydrogen atoms around a double bond vanish, and an electromagnetic field forms between the atoms that are still present.
I've drawn an 18-chain fatty acid here, and there are 19 trillion in one drop of oil, so that's the magnification we're looking at. Notice that there are hydrogen atoms either side of these 18 chains, and they're all joined in the middle by carbon atoms.
They repel one another as a result of this field, kinking the chain. Flaxseed and linseed are 2 sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which contain 3 double bonds. Thus, if you examine the structure closely, you will notice that 3 kinks are created along the chain by electromagnetic repelling, and for every double bond, there are no longer any hydrogen atoms. Alpha-linolenic acid is the name for the omega-3 that can be found in linseed and flaxseed, ALA. Because it has 3 double bonds, ALA is a very fluid oil. The body converts alpha-lipoic acid, ALA, to eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA, which contains 5 double bonds. Docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, which comprises 6 double bonds, is created by further converting EPA. The fluidity of these oils is partly attributed to this steady increase in double bonds. When it comes to the upkeep and repair of cell membranes, DHA in particular is among the most critical components. The ALA that fish consume from algae with a single cell is converted into EPA and then DHA by the marine organisms. We are able to directly access the DHA that is contained in fish. However, it is not known how well this fat can be extracted and protected against sources of light, heat, and oxygen, all of which have the potential to degrade it. When you eat this oil, it will cause your blood to become thinner, and it will also spread magnificently on your skin, leaving you with skin that is smooth and silky.
So what this does, it produces a very thin oil, a very fluid oil. And flaxseed and linseed, chia, they're known for their blood thinning effect.
Omega-3 fatty acids are readily utilized by the body for the purpose of repairing and maintaining cell membranes. The term polyunsaturated fatty acid is used to describe the oil since it has 3 fatty acid chains that are not saturated. Now let's do a more in-depth investigation into the effects that these double bonds have on the body. They generate an electromagnetic field which is essential for our survival due to the fact that we are electrical beings. The electrical energy that is contained within each and every cell in our body is essential to the functioning of our nervous system in particular. This is the reason why omega-3 fatty acids are so beneficial to the health of the brain. The double bonds are also light sensitive, and they cause light to be drawn to the spaces in the chain. These regions are similarly sensitive to temperature and attract oxygen in a manner similar to that of magnets.
They are also light sensitive, so the heat and the light are drawn or attracted to those empty spaces on the fatty acid chain. They also act like a magnet to oxygen. As a result, when you eat this food, your electromagnetic field is ensured, you're able to manage heat better, you're absorbing more vitamin D, more light, you're absorbing more oxygen into the body. Remember oxygen, the most vital element needed for life. Remember oxygen, cancer cannot live in the presence of oxygen.
Moving on, let's talk about sunflower oil, which is another fat that is frequently overlooked. Omega-6 fatty acids, which are also known as 18-chain fatty acids, can be found in sunflower oil. These fatty acids are similar to omega-3 fatty acids. When it comes to the fatty acid chain, the initial double bond is represented by the number 6, however. Omega-6 has double bonds, yet in this situation there are 2, much like omega-3.
Let me give you the omega-3 story. I found this very interesting. So the omega-3 found in flaxseed or linseed, chia, is called alpha-linolenic acid. An alpha-linolenic acid has 3 double bonds. So it's got three kinks in it, very thin oil. In the body, ALA is converted to EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and it has 5 double bonds.
As a consequence of this, the chain is subjected to 2 movements that are repelling, which are the cause of 2 kinks. In spite of the fact that it is not as thin as omega-3 oil, omega-6 oil is still extremely smooth. In the same way that omega-3 is a polyunsaturated fatty acid, omega-6 is similarly referred to as such. The word poly indicates that there are several double bonds present, but the word unsaturated defines the gaps that are present in the chain. In the following section, we will look into 2 additional types of fat, specifically olive oil and almond oil. It has been determined that the oils in question contain a considerable quantity of omega-9 fatty acid. It is a symbol that indicates the first double bond that is created on the chain of fatty acids, and the 9 in omega-9 is a symbol that reflects this. On the other hand, omega-9 only has a single double bond, which implies that the chain only has a single kink and a single repelling action. This is in contrast to omega-3 and omega-6, which both have several double bonds.
What about olive and almond? They're high in omega-9, 9 indicating the position on the fatty acid chain of the first double bond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There it is there. And there's only 1 double bond in almond and olive oil. So you've got hydrogen along here, 1 repelling action, 1 kink.
The term monounsaturated fatty acids is widely used to refer to oils like olive and almond. This is because of the nature of these oils. The phrase unsaturated refers to a chain of fatty acids that still retains an empty space, whereas the term mono refers to a single double bond. It is important to note that these two terms are not interchangeable. What about coconut oil? Absolutely, it is exactly here. Should we proceed to the final oil if you don't mind? To put that into perspective, were you aware that olive oil can be of assistance to you in a variety of other ways besides its role as an indispensable component in the kitchen? It's even possible that this will cause your metabolism to speed up. Have you ever given any attention to the potential changes that something as basic as coconut oil could bring about in your body in terms of its capacity to burn fat and produce energy? Have you found yourself wondering about these possibilities?
The coconut has no double bonds. So every spot is full. And notice in the coconut oil on the bench where you do your oil pulling, it's solid. That's right. So it's called a saturated fat.
In contrast to the long-chain fatty acids that are found in the other oils, coconut oil is composed of both short-chain and medium-chain fatty acids. This is because of the makeup of coconut oil. When considering the fact that coconut oil does not have any double bonds, it would appear that all available space is being utilized. When subjected to temperatures that are extremely low, it transforms into a solid form of fat. This type of oil is referred to as saturated fat due to the absence of any double bonds in its composition. One
man said, "Oh, I melt the oil in the microwave and then I oil pull. Is that right?" I said, no. The microwave changes the structure. It's, no wonder Russia banned it in 1976. No, I said, put it in your mouth, it'll melt within minutes.
In your conscious mind, you might be asking yourself, what kind of oil should we use at this moment in time? Which one of these is the most noticeable feature? Each and every physiological function is utilized by our body, and our body is dependent upon each and every one of them. As a result, the response will vary based on the functions that we are addressing. The spectrum of actions that omega-3 fats execute is quite specialized, spanning from the decrease of inflammation to the promotion of brain health. Omega-3 fats possess a wide range of useful properties. Every type of fat has a function within the body. Omega-6 fatty acids, which are characterized by the presence of two double bonds, are widely regarded as playing a vital role in the formation and operation of cells. In addition to having a beneficial effect on the health of the heart, omega-9, which can be found in olive oil, is particularly stable and beneficial for the treatment of inflammation. In spite of the fact that it is a saturated fat that does not have any double bonds, coconut oil is able to maintain its solid state at room temperature and releases energy in a manner that is both quick and consistent. Although it is not as fluid as the other oils, it is highly beneficial when you demand strength and hardness, such as when you are looking to enhance your energy or metabolism. This is because it contains a high concentration of active ingredients. There are a variety of different ways in which the body makes use of the various oils, each of which serves a unique specific purpose. I would want to have a look at the process by which the body gets rid of these oils through the process of metabolism. The gastrointestinal system is the first part of the body that we investigate at this point.
So here is the mouth, here is the esophagus going into the stomach, and here is the liver under your right rib. Actually, that's not quite right because the liver is much larger than the stomach, so we'll actually give it a big hat. Underneath is the gallbladder, and the gallbladder comes down and connects with the neck.
The mouth, the esophagus, and the stomach are the gastrointestinal organs that are collectively accountable for the digestion of food. Both the gallbladder and the liver are responsible for the production of bile, which is released in order to aid digestion. The duodenum, which is the first component of the small intestine, is originally reached for the first time through the connection that the bile duct has with the pancreatic neck.
Then the oils come through here And here's the liver, and underneath the liver is the bile duct that takes the bile away from the gallbladder. You see, the gallbladder is really just a reservoir to hold the bile. It's the liver that makes the bile. And then the bile comes down through the common bile duct into the neck of the pancreas, comes into the duodenum, and breaks down the fat into tiny particles.
The villi are a series of very minute projections that line the duodenum. They are located in the duodenum. Lacteal, a component of the lymphatic system, may be found within the center of each and every villus. This is where you will locate the lacteal. The villi are surrounded by a network of blood capillaries that are dispersed throughout the structure of the body. This sophisticated operation guarantees that the body is able to appropriately absorb and utilize the nutrients that are included in fats, which includes the many various kinds of oils out there. The one-of-a-kind manner in which our bodies absorb them is something that I absolutely enjoy. For instance, the mouth and stomach are not capable of breaking down long-chain fatty acids, such as those that are present in oils containing omega-3, omega-6, and omega-9. When these substances reach the duodenum, the enzyme pancreatic lipase is the one that is responsible for breaking them down into glycerol and fatty acids. The bile that is produced by the gallbladder is another factor that plays a role in the process of ingesting these chemicals. The villi are responsible for the absorption of these substances, which ultimately leads to their entry into the lymphatic system eventually. After that, they are transferred to the liver, where they are stored prior to being utilized for the purpose of mending damaged cell membranes. One of the distinguishing characteristics of coconut oil is that it contains both medium-chain and short-chain fatty acids, in contrast to other oils. It is lingual lipase that begins the process of breaking down these fats in the mouth, continues the process in the stomach, and absorbs the fat directly into the bloodstream without the assistance of pancreatic lipase or bile. Coconut oil is swiftly converted into energy, which makes it a good choice for weight management. This is because the liver transforms coconut oil into fuel rather than storing it as fat. However, the liver does store fat. Throughout the course of human history, olive oil has been held in extremely high respect for its medical properties. These properties include the treatment of gallstones and intestinal abnormalities. It should be kept in containers that are dark on the inside in order to prevent oxidation from occurring. The usage of coconut oil, which has a long history of application in tropical regions, is especially advantageous for the healing of skin conditions and digestive disorders. This is because it possesses a special capacity to be absorbed and utilized by the body, which sets it apart from other substances. It is believed that the presence of lauric acid in coconut oil is responsible for its remarkable antibacterial effects. I would suggest that it is of the utmost importance to make use of oils that are suitable for the climate and where they are cultivated. This is not something that should be overlooked. Coconut oil is more effective in areas that are hot and tropical, whereas olive oil is more suitable for use in the Mediterranean region. Olive oil is more appropriate for usage in the Mediterranean region. There is a possibility that we will be able to more effectively support our health and treat a number of ailments if we choose oils based on their natural habitat and the method in which our bodies process them. There are 4 different oils: olive, coconut, sunflower, and omega-3, that each serve a different role when it comes to improving the overall health of your body. You may feed your body with nutrients from the inside out simply by providing it with a range of these oils through the foods that you consume. The question is, which one are you going to put on your list and include today? In the event that you are interested in information that is comparable to this, make sure to click the button that says subscribe and follow us, since we will provide you with further updates.